You know the anxiety you feel at staring at your medication bottle sitting on your bathroom counter, wondering if they'll make it through security, or that knot you get in your stomach as you approach TSA, wondering if they'll question you about your personal health issues in front of everybody? After years of traveling international with my own prescriptions and helping other mature travelers, I've learned that the difference between a smooth experience in security and a nightmare often comes down to a few specific documents that most travelers don't know to pack. Today, I'll walk you through exactly what documents to bring, how to pack medications, and what to say at security to transform that pre-trip anxiety into genuine confidence. There are 3 misconceptions that many travelers have about medications that I need to clear up right now. First, prescription bottles alone are not sufficient documentation, especially for liquid medications. Second, the rules for medications differ dramatically between countries. What works in the US might not work in France or in Thailand. And third, many travelers don't realize that airlines and security personnel very often do not have the same understanding of medication policies that we do. Let me show you exactly what medications documentation portfolio needs to include. First, and most important, is your original prescription. Make sure it has your name matching your passport that you'll be flying on exactly. Second, make sure you clearly states the medication name, the dosage, and your doctor's contact information. I recommend making multiple copies and keeping the original safe in your carry-on, never in your checked luggage. Next, you need a doctor's letter. Now, this may seem unnecessary, but it's actually the document that saved my clients' EpiPens from confiscation in Costa Rica. Your letter should specifically say medically necessity and include details about the condition being treated. This phrase, medically necessity, is actually a legal term that security personnel recognizes worldwide and don't substitute for other words. Third document you need to take is your TSA notification card. You can download this free from TSA website. While this card doesn't exempt you from screening, it provides an official, discreet way to inform officers about your medication needs without announcing it to everyone in the TSA line. Finally, include a pharmacy printout, like the thing that's on your package from the drugstore that includes the drug information for each medication. This might seem redundant, but it serves a critical purpose as it contains the technical details about the medication that security officers might not know and might think the medicine is prohibited. I've had clients question about a perfectly legal medication simply because the officer wasn't familiar with the name that was written on the bottle. I've created a free downloadable guide with everything we've discussed today, including templates for doctor's letters and a printable checklist you can use before every trip. Just check the description box below this video and grab your own copy for free. Now, let's talk about liquid medications, which causes a huge trouble at security. Here's what you need to know. The 3.4 ounce limit for liquids does not apply to medications if you have proper documentation. Let me repeat that. With the right documentation, you can bring larger quantities of liquid medications through security, but you need to clearly label them in their own clear bag and declare them before screening begins. This is exactly what I recommend saying. I have medically necessary liquid medications that I need to declare. This phrasing signals to security personnel that you're knowledgeable about the rules and helps prevent unnecessary questioning. For temperature-specific medications like insulin, you need a specialized cooling equipment. Regular ice packs often are rejected because they start as solids and melt into liquids during travel. Instead, invest in a TSA-approved medical cooling case specifically designed for international travel. These typically use gel technology that security is trained to recognize, and make sure your doctor's letter mentions need of refrigeration so the specialized cooling system does not raise red flags. When you arrive at security, how you pack and present your medications makes a tremendous difference. Keep all medications in a separate clear bag at the top of your carry-on for easy access. If you're carrying multiple medications, group them by type. Pills in one clear bag, liquids in another, refrigerated items in a third. Simple organization signals to security that you are prepared and have nothing to hide, which often results in less scrutiny. When approaching security, timing is everything. Don't wait until your items have actually gone through the conveyor belt to mention you have medications. Instead, approach an officer before joining the line and discreetly inform them. This gives them time to prepare any special screening procedures and prevents your medications from being unnecessarily flagged. If you're uncomfortable announcing your medical needs in public, there's a technique my clients use successfully. Have your TSA notification card and your doctor's letter in your hand and simply say to security, I have these things to declare. Then discreetly show them the documents rather than verbally explain your condition. Now let's talk what happens if something goes wrong, if a security officer questions your medication or suggests it can't go through. Remain calm and follow these exact steps. First, ask to speak with a supervisor, not aggressively, but simply by saying, I understand this might be unusual, but could I please speak with the supervisor about my medically necessary items? The word supervisor is key here, as it signals you're aware of proper procedures. Second, keep your documentation accessible and out in the open, and offer it again to the supervisor, focusing on the doctor's letter and pharmacy information. And third, this is crucial, know that you have the right to refuse to open or handle certain medications if doing so would compromise their sterility or their efficiency. Simply state, this medication must remain sealed for medical safety. For international travel, you need one additional layer of preparation. Research medication laws in your destination country before you travel. Some countries restrict common U.S. medications, including certain allergy and pain relievers. The International Narcotics Control Board website has a whole database of country-specific regulations that I recommend you checking for every international trip for all of your medicines. I also suggest you carrying a small card with you with the generic name of your medication in the local language of your destination. Pharmacists internationally may not recognize the brand name, but will know the generic compounds if you need an emergency refill while you're traveling. With your medical medication documentation portfolio complete, you've just eliminated one of the most common security issues mature travelers face. This isn't just paperwork, it's your ticket to traveling with dignity. Keep these documents in a dedicated section of your carry-on, easily accessible but secure. So there you have it. Complete medication documentation portfolio. Just these few simple papers can transform your security experience from anxiety-filled to confident. And remember, this isn't just about avoiding problems. It's about maintaining your dignity while traveling and protecting your medications that you absolutely need. If you found this video helpful and you also travel with medical implants, I have another video I suggest you watching. I'll show you how to maintain your privacy and dignity when security equipment detects there's metal in your body. These invisible additions create unique challenges at choke points and require specific documentation strategies.